Good evening from the Husky Stadium in Andover, Minnesota. Joe Rulin joined along with Jim Childs, and this is girls high school soccer as the Huskies tonight entertain the Blaine Bengals. Huskies come in at 3-4-2, and meanwhile, a team for Blaine here, not at all. That's 3-5, used to that caliber of record that they've had in the past, Jim. And that doesn't reduce the amount of intensity and the rivalry between these two teams.
No, two of the top teams in Section 7. And, it really, you could throw out the records because every time these two get together, it's a grudge match. We've seen them in the sectional playoffs together and against each other. And the last couple of years, it's been kind of back and forth between the Huskies and the Bengals.
That it is. You get a look at the Huskies making their starting lineups here for this evening. Just wrapping up senior night tonight here at Husky Stadium as both coaches get themselves wired and ready to go. The head coach for the Blaine Bengals is Scott Zachman. He's in his 11th season as a Bengal coach, and meanwhile it's Tracy Grease, head coach for the Huskies. Last year the Huskies, Jim, experienced another trip to the state tournament, and boy, they stacked some games together at the end of the season, got it playing right, and they get to the state tournament, and who do they play? The best team right out of that gate.
Yeah,
boy.
They got Wayzata right out of the. Was it Edina or was
Edina,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, Edina. Yeah, Edina and Wayzata ended up going into the championship, and Edina ended up winning.
Absolutely. What just talent across the way, but again, that team, a lot of talent, scoreability. You also had some great keeper play. So this year, a little different. It's about developing and getting the team rolling and finding their zone. They're starting to get it. We just saw the game. Pete Anderson and I called one on Tuesday night. It was a 1-1 tie versus Champlain Park. And it's about trying to jumpstart that goal scoring.
Yeah, it is. And, you were talking about the schedule, Joe, and you look at who the Huskies have played. They lost to White Bear, ranked number 1. They lost to Woodbury, ranked 5. They lost to Stillwater, ranked 6. They have a tough schedule, and that's only going to help prepare them for the future when they get into sectional playoffs.
Huskies will be in the dark uniforms, ready to begin this match, and it will be the Blaine Bengals in the white, moving right to left. Blaine Bengals kind of come out in a little different formation of a 4-2-3-1 as they pitch this deep. That was Dobratz with the honors there. She had the lone goal on Tuesday night, a header to tie the game against the Rebels. Kowalski right there. Kowalski had his chance. She actually got the assist on that corner kick opportunity and the header that led to the tying goal. Huskies moving it around wide. You can see Blaine really shifting things and moving together, and Huskies are just kind of making them run early and attack, and meanwhile Andover trying to find the lanes.
You've seen them switch fields both a couple of times and just no penetration. Here we go.
Run down, here's a look. Dobratz has it there. Moved off of her foot, and the defense now will try to move it upfield. Huskies really trying to press, even with their forwards up top. Player that you'll see a lot of tonight just had the ball there, Kate Overham. Enjoyed watching her. She's got some touch. She can see the field well. And I'll tell you, she sets up some beautiful passes on those through balls. Someone to keep an eye on tonight.
Yeah, one other thing, I think she does a great job of using her body to be able to get in position to make those passes and see the field, when a defender's on her. I thought it was excellent work last week as we watched against Coon Rapids.
Meanwhile, Blaine comes into this matchup after a 7-1 win over Coon Rapids. That was on Tuesday. Again, Andover, a 1-1 tie versus the Rebels. These seasons, I'll tell you, they go fast because after tonight, what is it, Jim? 6 games remaining?
Yeah, they do not have that many. They've 5 games left after tonight. And it's still 80 degrees out, which is good. If there's 5 games left in the season, it's still 80 degrees. Not a bad thing.
Working down the field here, and this will be a throw-in awarded back to Blaine. Blaine, they come with a lineup and some of the defenders on that back line of Soley, Hartley, along with Crosby and Ryle. So they play well, out doing some chasing out front, as I mentioned. A little bit different formation with the 4-2-3-1 for Blaine. And out front you see number 2, and that's Sonny Luciano. That's number 2. Keep an eye on her when she makes her runs. Now down to the corner, a chance here for Blaine as they threaten, get it near the box at the 6, a header, almost a handball, and they will get their first corner kick opportunity of the night for either team. This will go to Blaine, but this was close because Andover almost had a handball near that 6.
Yeah, aggressive play by the Bengals to keep moving forward, and actually it's a goal kick.
They did not call a corner, I thought they. So get a look there. Hey, the keeper for the Huskies. We'll get you caught up on those. Bree Law. Bree with 2 outstanding saves late in that Champlain Park game to be able to hold on for a shutout. She comes in with a save percentage this year with almost .820, a percentage of .820. Meanwhile, not any pressure or opportunities yet to make a play. The keeper will be Brecca Snyder, the sophomore goalie for Blaine.
You saw the starting lineup scroll through the just a moment ago. There is a change with the starting lineup for the Huskies. Marcy Wax not going to be not starting tonight. Instead, Ava Sear will be in for the Huskies. That is number 21.
Thanks for that update, Jim. And get a look here as the Huskies really trying to set the tone, set the tempo for this matchup here this evening. And plus, with that heat, see if it takes a toll on any one of the players. 35 minutes approaching remaining here in this first half of the match. Keep an eye on certainly number 19 for Tricia Crosby, as she scored a Hattie in a Blaine record time frame, 2 minutes against.
Who's that against? Coon Rapids?
Yes.
Okay.
A Hattie in 2 minutes versus Coon Rapids for Tricia Crosby. See some athleticism there as well as they move it along. Now trying to hold, pinch in, redirect, one touch, and now disrupting play there. Beautiful play to come in as Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk still with possession, looking for somebody to hit. A little pivot play there to drop the pass off to Dobratz. Dobratz passes to herself twice on that possession. Now moves it down the field. Puts a shot on, coming way out of the box and off the line with Snyder to make that save. But, boy, that was all Dobratz.
Well, you had a chance to talk to Coach Grease, and she had mentioned the leadership that Dobratz has shown, correct, Joe?
That's it. And you know what? It's contagious. You kind of show how to lead, and the junior picking it up and playing well just as she had last season and carrying that through as well. Some of the coaches also for Andover this year I've had a chance to get to know as they came up through soccer, and a couple with my daughter. So AC will be the keeper coach and has been this season. It's good to see her again. All of these played some college soccer as well. So Allison Cole along with Kelsey. Kelsey Kalia also back from North Dakota State where she played her college. She's working with the forwards. And it was a through ball here. Not an opportunity. Gobbled up, controlled. Couple of hopper, but quickly pursuing, looking for the opportunity there. You see Andover looking for any rebound they can get. Unlike Tuesday night, wind will not be a factor. But the wind, both teams played and scored their goal in that 1-1 tie at Champlain Park when they were playing into the wind.
Well, you have to be disciplined when you're going into the wind, and sometimes those fundamentals come out a little bit stronger when you don't have to.
I can't even golf well when I'm going into the wind.
You you got to remember your fundamentals, Joe.
That's it. Through the ball. Here's a good lead coming out. And a collision high in the air. Whoa. Explosive athleticism occurs just inside the 18 as Snyder comes out. Gutsy play. She had to win that race and come off that line with some conviction. She did. The sophomore upended the Husky forward going into it here, and that's Dobratz.
Just great commitment from Schneider right from the start, able to go right after that ball. She had to, and like you said, Joe, she was with conviction getting to that ball.
Huskies back on that blue line. You see Grant. Grant played so like watching just those little things that Grant will do defensively and on that blue line for Andover. Seal off some shots, close those avenues for a shooting lane. We'll get a throw in here awarded back to Blaine. Again, Jim, hey, these two teams so familiar with one another. Not necessarily these teams per se for this year, but just over history. And they tend to meet in the sections. Both teams were 1-1 against each other last year. Andover won in the section semifinals and advanced to the state. But Jim, I think you have more about that.
Well, it's pretty amazing. One or both of these teams have been in the sectional final since 2010 for Section 7, which is good representation for how successful these programs are again and again and again every year. And that goes to coaching and the youth programs.
It's amazing, yeah. They ran the success, and that's why I said this year, seeing the records that these two teams have, it's so unlikely for these programs and the traditions that they have built. That doesn't mean the teams are any less. It just means they're developing right now and getting ready for postseason play. Blaine, by the way, last year, a record of 13-2-1. Of course, they lost one of their top scorers, too, instead, playing at the U. Her sister on this team as well. She's a sophomore. And that is Addie Stadden, number 10.
You look at the Northwest Suburban Conference, and, Andover, even though they have a below 500 record, they're undefeated in the Northwest Suburban.
Yes.
And so that just, again, goes to show you what schedule that they have decided to put on in the front part of the season to get ready for postseason.
A throw down the line by Blaine. Couldn't connect, couldn't get that corner out of it. A goal kick awarded to Law and the Huskies. So you see the different kind of adjustments both teams making. We were going to have the boys game as well on tonight and cover that, but some inclement weather was circling around and it wasn't probably the most safe environment. So instead of a double feature, we get the one sole feature tonight. This is the 7 o'clock game with girls high school soccer.
And if you get if we get a shot during the break of the east clouds, you can see where the storms are hitting when we get a chance. We
need to have maybe a weather person kind of to go to on some of these nights, like a little camp out. Maybe Logan would like to do that. I think I saw him setting up a camera high in the bleachers with him in the background. I can envision it now. Here we go. Andover on the throw-in. And, keep in mind, we talked about Blaine, they've changed this season and kind of in development as well. They lost 14 players last year, many of whom who had played 3 years on the varsity team. And then also they have lost 2 of their starters. Here's a through ball attempt. Good hustle getting there, trying to corner. Trying to put it in front of the net from the corner, but it goes off the midsection there. The Blaine defender, a quick throw it. Kowalczyk tried to get there first, trying to control. Knock it through, and now we get our official first corner kick opportunity.
Good work by Kowalczyk to keep pressure on that ball. Able to.
And we should have a GoPro maybe on Dobratz during this. Dobratz in the last game our positioning here on these corners. This is one set up just up above the 6, almost near to the top of the 18. Couldn't quite get what you wanted on that. That was an attempt by Overham. That time was a kind of a corner kick that was more of a top of the arc type of thing. That was the top of the arc of the 18 when it was redirected. 27. Approaching 27 minutes remaining here in this first half and no score. We see the players trying to get their spacing, test things out. A lot of these players play against each other in different club teams during the summer. And there's a lift over the top, and this one now goes back to the Huskies, Jim.
Hey, Joe, are you missing traveling with the club when your daughter was playing?
Yeah, you miss those things, don't you? After a while, all those events, the trips to North Carolina and out to Portland, and you get to know the Blaine families as well. She played with Champlain Park, Blaine, Chisago Lakes, but it was a very good connect, and certainly kind of like a soccer community. In fact, Abby, my daughter, says I've got to take a picture with all 3 of the assistant coaches before I come home tonight and send it back to her. So enjoy just that. Enjoyed Callie on the team, whole crew. So good to see them contributing from a coaching standpoint. They add so much value. Through attempt here, explosive ball, chasing Andover back to their own 18. Now Blaine trying to apply some pressure, trying to get that spacing. Left foot kick, good lead set up, and a good defensive play from behind by Andover to slide and get the ball off the foot of the intended offensive player that time, number 17.
Well, Joe, this is all about numbers, and both teams right now defensively have done a pretty good job of being able to funnel everything outside.
Keep inside, and here's another hook pass, beautiful, trying to settle it on a ball that just went high. As you start to see the wind pick up now just a little bit, so the ball's starting to, if you're kicking it into that wind, it might lift. Here's a chance, Dobrats ahead on the pass, disrupted. Brings it back, we got a whistle here, and a free kick awarded to Blaine.
Yeah, Mackenzie Euchre.
Euchre
whistled.
Yeah. She tied with the team and goals scored, with Dobrats with 3 so far this season.
Well, you can definitely feel the front coming through. It is cooling down by the minute.
Wheeling it back now, setting up, that was Stover. Moving it back to the line, and now they try to storm it right up the middle versus working the edge. Disrupted there by Andover. They'll try it again. Off the foot of Johnson, Nora Johnson. She tries to kick and lead a through ball attempt on a connect. That time to Leah Schmidt. That did not complete. Throw in here again for Andover as they try to get some scoring opportunities moving with their offense.
Well, really, we've had just 2 opportunities, one on Blaine, one on with Andover, and the goalie played a big part in both, especially with Schneider coming out to challenge Dobrats.
When these 2 teams met last year, it was a 1-1 tie. I was going to say they were 1-1 rather. It was Blaine who got the win early on in the season, and then Andover came back for a 2-0 win in the section semifinals.
Well, the section's really been owned by Centennial and Blaine and Andover. And looking at this year, got some different folks up on top in Section 7.
It is a different look. Certainly is at that. As Andover going to try to work that far side. See if they can find and attack that middle. Head across there to Dobratz. Dobratz moves it down the field. It's sent right back in the direction of Dobratz. She's got 2 or 3 goals, 2 assists on the season. Moving it back through and trying to attack the middle. This time is Blaine. Nice left foot kick ahead, just too far. And a pass by Stover. Jumping up top here. Dobratz, she's in every mix, it appears. Where the ball she is.
Yeah, offensively and defensively. You know, she may be the leading scorer, but she's also a nice job of being able to support the defense.
Vanessa Peterson had it momentarily, then tries to go wide. Drops it to the back line, and the back line again on the deflection from Peterson. Now they'll move it down. A vicious through ball attempt. If that did not get to the foot of the Blaine player, it did what happened. Go all the way through the goal line. Goal kick awarded again for Andover, and McKnight comes in now. Paige McKnight.
Yeah, not many times we get a freshman that gets to play, and Paige has made a commitment. She's got a goal already this season.
Well, Callie, the assistant coach, was certainly one of those that broke into the lineup and showed quickly she deserved to be there. As a freshman, hence her great experience. Had a chance to talk to her about that, about North Dakota State and what that was like, and she enjoyed it immensely.
Is that the Summit League? Is that or Summit Conference? Is that for what it is for soccer?
Correct. North Dakota State, and also, hey, along with a couple of good rivalry schools there. Now moving in, here comes Blaine. They're at near the 18, just kind of persistent. Jim staying with it. One-timer left back. Here's a shot, easily gloved there by Law.
It was an illegal throw-in that was going to get flagged if they did score.
Back in, up ahead, getting the bounce. Here's we are at about midway through the first half of this match. No score. Mentioned goals. Tough to come by for both of these squads. Trying to get that juice going, and now here's the opportunity going across the grain and just waiting for the teammates to fill each side. Poached ahead, just missed that opportunity. But a good setup, as you could see, Andover kind of take that ball and kind of stall, go against the grain and get to the center of the field, but the through ball attempt they could not convert on. They tried to make a run there.
Good step up.
Yep, first to the ball, deflects back, and that wind currently at the back right now. Blaine getting a nice punt near midfield. A couple of hops, it's settled. Far side there you see Jones. Mac Jones back on that blue line. Good to have that. I know Coach Grease said you got to love having that Mac Jones energy on the team and leadership and compete.
Good save by
good
Law
look.
right there.
Good look again, and I'll tell you, Law in a good spot. Technically in that good soaring spot where she was able to make the save, just not control. Back again, working the reverse into field. Top of the 18, there's a roller. That goes wide of the mark. Throw in, or excuse me, a goal kick for Law.
Bree had the angle cut off, nice. And it was trying to go low, and she was able to deflect it out.
The goal kick out near the 30. Blaine hawks that ball, gets it, settles. Now they have a good lane. Kicks it out, just missing on connecting on that pass. You can just see sometimes that youth still trying to get used to each other on some of those passes, what to do in those situations. Back out front. Huskies will try to get possession there. Good individual effort. Gets through. Working it up. And they are trying to attack that center, Jim, which is fine as well. Now down the line, far side of the field. Given a race, and it'll be a throw in as it caroms out of bounds.
Well, Huskies have done a nice job to clear and diffuse anything that comes into the middle. Mac Jones, you had just mentioned, she's just cool, calm, and collected back there.
Blaine keep coming out of there, trying to win first to the ball and set up. See Jones is there, trying to set up. Also, you see Grant playing such strong defense as well. Here comes a run now again. See if Dobrats sends it down to the side again. I enjoy watching a player who has the ball now. Now she kicks it back out to the wide, but everything kind of sweeps and goes through her. And she's got such great vision of that field in Overham. You can't keep the stat coming out making the save. The one thing you can't put on that stat sheet, at least maybe you can, and with all the analytics, I'm unaware of it. But she set up Kowalczyk on that beautiful through ball. Chancing it here, not knowing they were being attacked from the back, settling the ball. Nicely done by Mac Jones. Cool and calm like a surgeon under that pressure coming behind. But Andover will try to charge it back up. But I thought that was one of the key plays is she sent a through ball to Kowalczyk all the way to that far side. That led to the corner kick, that play. And then it was Kowalczyk on the assist on the header to Dobrats with the game winner or the game tire against Champlin Park. But it's like a maestro when you're out there. It's great to have that touch, as does Overham, and that vision.
Yeah, the Huskies are still young. I mean, you've got some real key players out there. We just saw Marcy Wax, another freshman that just stepped on the field.
Had a chance to see Sear get her start also. Ava Sear, 21. She'll take a break for a while. Big time free kick here, moving it up near the 40. Bracketed there defensively was Blaine, and they take possession, poked away off the foot of Stover. Caroms out, throw in now will be by Blaine.
Both these teams just seem to know what the other team is going to do. You can see that they're both familiar with each other and their playing style.
No score here with 14, just under 15 minutes to go in this first half. A good look here at some of the talent ahead for both of these teams, but Jim, when it comes to section play, you're always kind of looking ahead. Just get yourself positioned for sections, and we had that in the game before us. Really, that was a battle in my mind for who was going to have maybe a good chance, who's going to have that number one seed in Section 7, and Blaine took home the win.
And you're speaking about the boys, right?
The boys, thank you.
Yep, the boys.
Just before this game, yep.
Bengals 2-0 win over the Huskies. And Blaine now 5-0 in the section.
That is correct.
Right now, as of today, QRF ranking, Duluth East for the girls is currently number 1 in the section, followed by Andover, Centennial, Blaine, Forest Lake, Anoka, Cambridge, Isani, and Coon Rapids.
With that win for the boys move now to 6-3-2 for Blaine. Andover now at 3-2-2. Andover, all 3 wins have come via shutout this year.
They've got a strong keeper.
Gunther is solid.
Yep. That's kind of a hallmark of the Huskies over the past 4-6 years, I guess, as good, solid goaltending.
Oh, I got to tell you, Hagelin with the goal he had on Tuesday night, such an explosive player. Here comes Blaine. Firing it, sending it off a couple of players near the 18 now. Flying in, the Bengals trying to shift the momentum. We're going to get ourselves a stop of the clock with 12:43 to play. And
the referee's going to go talk to the trainer. I think they're concerned about the lightning.
That lightning has been going off for some time. I know the trainer also is the weather person, apparently, tonight. It's the first time I've noticed that.
Yeah, well, she's a weather person, and Principal Tim Fine is right next to her. When we started, we had lightning 16 miles away. Now it is 24 miles away, so I think we're in the clear.
Substitutions. Wheeling back in, returning as Haley Hughes, the junior, for Blaine. Finally getting her first break is Izzy Stover. 12 and change remaining first half as these two teams battling, looking for that first goal. Moving it up now, trying to disrupt and get there first on the defense. Nice play there by the Blaine Bengals. Now down the line, connecting, trying to get that right field of the ball. Turn it over, right back. Overham had it momentarily, kicked it back. Collision up top. That's turned away. Looked like a whistle there. In fact, there'll be a whistle here, and it'll go against Andover. And a free kick near midfield here.
Impressive how quick those mids get back for Blaine. They just their support for those four back there.
Pitching this one up near the 18, just at the arc where it's sent back on a header. Andover tries to get a possession and work it down the near line. Unable to capitalize there. Paige McKnight trying to guide that ball. Near side, ball takes a couple of extra bounces. This time a left foot kick. It stays in play. What was that wind and everything else? It was well played. Stays in. Now trying to send it back near the 6. Loose change and a loose ball. Huskies get there first and send it up the field. Blaine doing a great job with pressure. McKnight comes over to try to get possession. Blaine with the kick that ends up on the foot of Andover, and now back at midfield. Let's see if they can switch in momentum here. Andover, good job, good playing, very strong on the ball. You can see on that back line, that was Crosby. Pinching up again. Hughes tries to send it right back low and cannot connect there.
I think the difference that we're seeing is the forwards right now for Blaine just are attacking whoever has the ball. There's pressure on the ball. Whoever's got it for Andover. And
yep,
it's just Huskies are having a tough time breaking through.
Sonny Luciano looking to come in. Next whistle or opportunity there for Blaine. And also Leah Schmidt will come back in as she is a midi. Number 11 coming back, and that is Peyton McKnight. On the field to get some more time. South of 9 to play as the throw in near the corner. And they'll whistle and do another throw.
A foul on the Huskies. Good opportunity here for the Bengals.
If they'll give them a free kick versus that throw it. So the wall, they're going to build the wall here. We are set. Crosby gets set. Thought maybe some Extra pushing and shoving there off the ball. So here comes Crosby, sets this up on the backside, going far post. They'll get a corner, I think, as a result.
Well, went off a Blaine Bengals, so that go back to a goal kick. Boy, that was a nice ball. That's
yeah, I mean, once you know which way that direction of that wind is, if you want to go far post, near post, and how you want to perch it up. Goal kick finds its way out of play. This will be a throw-in. And down the line here, Blaine really putting some pressure on here the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, they've really dominated possession.
A one-hopper controlled in the hamburger helper gloves there of Law. And so then she's kicking into a pretty stiff win right now. Just at about 7 minutes left, let's see if there'll be any substitutions to get a big push here before the half by either team. Here comes the throw-in. Get ready. Here comes Blaine. Throw-in, one hop.
We've got Dobrats on the sideline ready to come back in. She got a quick blow. And
that was one I thought maybe get some extra breaths. And now Juice, far side. It's going to be a race here. Sealing off defensively, I believe that was on a defense by Grant. I saw Grant and see some of that lightning. Scenic, very scenic, but not what the players and the fans or the parents want to see. You're right, Jim. Dobrats is in. And let's see if she can bring some extra juice here before the half. Another throw-in.
Well, you kind of hope the wind doesn't die down for the Huskies in that second half.
Leah Schmidt had the throw-in, now deflected, goes beyond the goal line, and now another goal kick for Andover. Someone else will do the honors. Is that Jones? It is. Mac Jones sends this one up to about the 40. Good kick, kept it low, got the hop, and now let's see if the Huskies can take advantage. Near side, no, we're going to disrupt at the blue line, or excuse me, on the sideline. Quick throw-in. Once again, that comes the way of Schmidt.
We were talking hockey earlier, Joe.
We were. A pirouette and fired downfield, but right now, Blaine doing a great job of not allowing those loose balls to get beyond that back line and then send them into a
well, they're contesting everything. Mode.
Trying to work and get that fence going. You saw there on the kickback by Peyton McKnight. Throw-in awarded back to Blaine. They'll kick it in off the leg. Tip back. And now lofting this high. And off the second hop, there's Law.
Wanted to make it interesting.
He did. She sends a punt. Airborne that time, settling it. A good one-time shot. You could tell she was getting ready to unleash a shot. That time it was Peterson. Out to the side, trying to get some one-on-one at the edge of the 18. Trying to get around the defense, and we are going to get a corner opportunity. I believe the second corner kick opportunity of the first half here for Blaine.
Yeah, with 4 minutes left, good chance. You said, let's see how the wind plays into this. It is pretty stiff. You can see by the flag in the corner how strong that wind is down on the field.
Chance here. It looks like the wind is at the back right now. As they approach for the corner, this one goes far post attempt. Zips right over the top of the crosser near the crossbar. Stays in here, and we're going to get another opportunity. Back-to-back corner kick opportunities for Blaine. This time, if they have it. We'll see if they're going to be kicking into the wind from that side. It's tough to see the flag from
looks like they're going to go into it a little bit.
And in that case, it's nice to lay that thing up and let it just knuckle. 19 with the opportunity here. Crosby sends a one-hopper into the 6. Loose change, loose ball. Where is it? Who's got control? It's out beyond the 18. Oh, now still within the 6 and on the side. Taken back to the outside. Really trying to take that shot and put it off a foot of the Huskies to get another corner. That didn't work. It went upfield a little bit more and a quick throw in. Blaine, you can tell, kind of shifting the momentum, applying the pressure. No score with 2.5 to play in this first half.
Well, you keep waiting. I think the Huskies keep waiting for something to change, and it just isn't. The Bengals have really dominated the play for the last 20 minutes. Andover
this season has had some challenges trying to stack some wins. As you mentioned, Jim, they had a win versus Elk River, 2-1, then lost to White Bear Lake. White Bear Lake currently is the number 1 ranked team in the state for girls class 3A with a mark of 8-0-1. They get a win against Osseo, against a very tough Osseo team, and then they get the tie against Totino, then a 3-0 loss to Stillwater. Stillwater, oh, by the way, number 6, ranked number 6 in class 3A. Breaking through, Blaine wants to take a look here and get a look. Sealed off, good defense. Tips it up, get it to Dobrats, get it in the area of Dobrats, and you got yourself an opportunity, and that's what we have here. Trying to send one through, fakes the shot, pulls up, gets the possession back. She's going to take this one all the way to the house. Triggers this shot, deflected, beautifully done by Blaine, but Dobrats really poised with that ball, as delayed it, some stall moves, got around the defense, but could not pull the trigger on the ideal shot she was targeting.
Well, that was Leah Schmidt.
Let a pop from behind.
Leah Schmidt for the Bengals did an outstanding job of being able to get in front of that shot for Dobrats.
Under a minute left to play. McKnight was knocked to the turf, so it'll be a free kick. And doing the honors here, Mac Jones. They stop the clock. And they're going to go check on an injury.
I wonder if they're not thinking possible concussion, because the trainer actually asked it to be stopped. At least the trainer, who's you see right there,
Ellie Hartley, a sophomore. No, she fell to the turf, or was a ball to the turf. I don't know if we can.
Oh, it looks like an elbow.
Or elbow. So free kick waiting here for Andover. They're at about the 30. Mac Jones approaches right now. Hangs this in. Good little bend on that to the top of the 18. Unable to get it behind that defense. They just setting up a wall. Now they try to send one through. Mac Jones again disrupted. Kowalczyk tries to get there first, but it's Blaine who moves it up towards midfield. 10 seconds left, first half. Back to midfield. Jones will try to put a left foot kick on this. Kowalczyk turns, digs, tries to find Dobrats, denied, and a header sends it right back out near midfield. And we, Jim, are tied at 0-0 as we come to a first half. And teams typically, these two teams not used to being shut out at half or at any game with their history and tradition, but it's happening today.
Yeah, well, the Huskies are lucky that it's still a shutout right now, as the Blaine Bengals really dominated all the way through, and then a little bit of momentum at the end for the Huskies. We'll see if they can carry that into the second half.
It's Andover and it's Blaine. Girls high school soccer coming your way here on QCTV. We'll step away and we'll return for the second half.
The best way to describe my interest in teaching and astronomy is one word: obsession.
And if you too share an obsession with the stars, be sure to mark your calendars for Friday, September 20th. Join Mike Lynch, a veteran of over 50 years in astronomy, as he guides you through a tour of visible celestial subjects such as the moon, planets, star clusters, galaxies, and more.
I love doing classes. I love showing people the stars. I love having people look through my telescopes.
The party starts at 7:30 p.m. at Elmcrest Park.
One of my favorite moments is when especially a young person looks through the telescope and they see Saturn for the first time. And I hear, "Awesome!" And I know I've come through when that happens. And just what I love is that I know that there are some adults and there are some kids who have been to my programs and used it as a springboard to get more interested in the hobby themselves. Some people, it's a passing thing. Some people, it's something that goes on for the rest of their lives. And believe me, all I'm doing here in these classes is scratching the surface. I'm mainly introducing you. I'm mainly getting you excited so you can go off on your own and learn even more.
And registration for this event can be found on the city's website.
I started spreading out doing community ed and nature center programs all around Minnesota and western Wisconsin, and I'm going to do it until I can't do it anymore. I was born for this. I just love doing this.
So here in Andover, we have what we call our Adopt a Park program. We have over 70 parks and open spaces that we maintain. So any help we can get from the public, we greatly appreciate. So currently we do have a handful of parks available for adoption. The way the program works is you reach out to our Public Works Administrative Assistant, Danielle, and she can set you up on it's a 2-year commitment that you clean the park twice a year. We supply the garbage bags and everything, and then we'll come pick them up after your event. And it's a 2-year commitment. You get a sign at the park recognizing, whether it's your family, some local businesses do it as a way of just giving back to the community. So any help with the Adopt a Park program is always greatly appreciated in helping keep the Andover parks clean. So we ask a minimum of twice a year, a spring and fall cleanup. You're welcome to do it as many times a year as possible. Obviously, the more often you do it, the less trash there is to pick up. So, but twice a year is the commitment that we ask for people when they sign the contract. So, with all the parks, a lot of them are neighborhoods, and a lot of families just kind of adopt them as like their own park. So, they're in their backyard. They help keep them clean, and it's always appreciated from our staff and myself and everyone here at the city. People enjoy it. People take ownership in it. Like I said, they start calling it their park. So people seem to enjoy the program, and we've really had great success with it. And currently we have most of our parks are adopted, but we do have a handful. If anyone's interested, they can reach out to go to our City Andover website, into the Parks Department, and look for our Danielle Lensmeyer. She's the one who manages that program, and she can get you set up.
The Andover Community Center. A beautifully renovated building is ready for your next adventure.
So yeah, we're coming up on our 20th anniversary here later this summer. For the ice arena, the facility as a whole, including the YMCA, opened, it'll be 20 years next summer. But yeah, early on in the planning process, the city got together with the YMCA and formed a partnership. So not only do we have our gymnasiums and the 2 ice rinks and walking track, multiple community rooms that are all operated by the city, but then the YMCA has all the fitness, the studios, the pools, obviously all those programs that YMCAs do, and I think it's fair to say it's been a very successful partnership here for coming up on 20 years.
From the growing popularity of pickleball to the walking track, the Andover Community Center offers plenty of activities to suit your needs.
Yeah, so just here about 4 years ago, we did a big expansion, added our second sheet of ice, which includes a walking track on the second level, added another gymnasium, multiple community rooms again. But yeah, again, going back to maybe the early folks that designed the building before I was here, you're right, we get a lot of compliments. The black concrete floors, all of the wood beams, all the woodwork through the building. We work really hard as a staff to maintain all these spaces. We took opportunity here this spring actually to do a fair amount of updates going on 20 years. It was time to refinish floors and do a lot of painting and that type of stuff. But yeah, it's certainly a beautiful building. You know, we take a lot of pride in the community center here. It's a beautiful facility. I would encourage anybody that's maybe not made it in here to just stop in, visit our information desk. We can take you on a tour, be happy to show you all of the schedules, all the activities, and really just all the opportunities that the community center has, both for residents and non-residents. Also our partnership with the Y, you can stop and visit their desk, talk about Y memberships and all the great programs they run as well. So definitely come and see us. Fun Fest is coming up here in just a few weeks, and that's a great opportunity if you're going to be on the grounds for Andover Fun Fest. Make your way over to the community center. It's a good spot to come cool off a little bit, grab some concessions, whatever you need, and come visit us.
Did you know that every day, millions of children around the world go to bed hungry? At Feed My Starving Children, we're working hard to change that. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. It's a fun, rewarding, and impactful way to spend your time. Plus, it's something you can do with friends, family, or even your coworkers. Ages 5 and up and all abilities are welcome. We take care of you every step of the way, from greeting you at the door, increasing your understanding of the impact of world hunger, to specific volunteer roles. We're here to serve you. And together, we'll celebrate the powerful impact you've made in less than 2 hours. So join us at FMSC Coon Rapids and be part of something bigger than yourself. Find more details and sign up for a volunteer slot at fmsc.org/volunteer. Together, we can feed every child until all are fed.
We are Midwest Animal Rescue and Services, aka MARS. We are committed to serving both pet and parent, finding homes for animals that were once lost, left behind, and forgotten, while bringing harmony and enhancing education in our community. We started in 2006 and have a 98% adoption success rate. With the help of our community and people like you, MARS has saved over 21,000 animals. All of our animals live in foster homes as family members. Once they get adopted and go home, they stay home. We have a nonprofit veterinary clinic and dog obedience training services. We are actively supporting both ends of the leash, both people and pets, breaking down barriers and building community. Visit our website, www.midwestanimalrescue.org, to learn more and join our MARS community today.
This is Cole with Anoka County Public Health, and I have a quick question. When was the last time you called your best friend or someone you care about? In a world that moves fast, staying connected is more important than ever. Social connections aren't just pleasant, they're essential for our health, safety, and our mental well-being. They help reduce stress, ward off anxiety and depression, and strengthen our immune system. Every conversation, every shared moment builds a stronger, happier you. Reach out, engage, and thrive together. Let's make an effort to stay connected, because we're healthier together. Get connected and stay connected at goanokacounty.org.
Well, we are certainly feeling connected, but some of that lightning may be behind us as you take out the lights here on Thursday Night Lights at the Husky Stadium. 0-0 between these two teams. Blaine now will be moving left to right, Andover in the black uniforms and the gold trim. They'll get the honors. They're moving right to left. Wind, kind of an element.
Yeah, going right to left on the TV screen.
We'll see if the Huskies can take that to their advantage, both these teams. Again, with a couple of opportunities, but a lot of the play has taken place really between, the 20s. And let's see what the strategies are in play here as Overin leads it with some touch just near midfield. Give and go back, kicks it back. Overin again has it stolen that time. Nice play by the Bengals forward. Moving it back up, and we'll keep an eye also on Ellie Hartley. I was going to see if she will be back playing here in this second half. She went off and took kind of pounding with, we hope, no concussion-related incidents there. Run on the far side. Andover tried to get the spacing, sets us up at the 6, redirected, and off the foot of...
that was Euchre, I think.
Yep, it did go off of Euchre there. I thought maybe looking to see if they got the sign for a corner, not to be had.
Tried to sell it.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't work. So nice run by McKnight on the far side. And that was Peyton.
Also, one of the assistants helping Huskies down below is Kai Gillespie, former player as well. Here's a blistering shot and a score. Oh, my. Did that go behind the net? For gosh, I thought we had it. That wrinkled up above a laser from that far side. I just had to wake up.
Again, that was Paige McKnight.
Oh, my gosh. Did she unleash a screamer that time?
Yeah, just on the about a foot too far. Huskies have come out with a lot more ball control and movement rather than just kicking and running, looking for that through ball. They've kind of threaded it through the outside.
Back at mid, Mac Jones sends it. Little give and go back touch action there. Back to Fields, Ellie Fields. Fields, a member of the basketball team, also last year that went to the state tournament.
They didn't really call her name a whole lot in that first
It did not.
half.
Now trying to get it free, just a gap. Good work, good leverage, and almost an opportunity. Euchre trying to win that possession, but Blaine has control now. Near side. Moving it up is Stadden, Addie Stadden, the sophomore. Tried to send it through, but they're going to say they'll give it Andover on the throw it. Working it down the line here. Set up. Now here's a chance. That's dismantled. Good job. Defensive play. Over him. Moving it up to midfield and over again. Trying to get that. Kowalczyk trying to lead it across. Rejected. Sent back in. And now a through opportunity. A control to the near side. Here of the 18. Stadden could not control it. And it rolls out of play beyond the goal line, and a goal kick here for Law.
Nice job by Fields to be able to use her body to shield that ball, and good recovery too. That looked like that was a wide open wing.
Goal kick, moving it up the top. Into the 30, a look here. Trying to bracket. Finally a control. And you can, some fierce pressure and some press coverage by Blaine defensively as aggressively going to that ball. Mac Jones will get it back. So maybe they'll try to reverse the field here. She'll send it up to the attack, maybe that middle. Euchre had it there momentarily. Good, swift, hard play by Hughes. She beat over into the ball on that possession. Back to midfield. One touch pass. Disrupted again. Some good pressure. Really stepping up, Jim. You saw that from Ryle. Kate Ryle. Stepping up on these. And some good getting physical there. Crossing midfield. And Stover whistled for that foul.
Starting to get physical, as you mentioned, and a little bit more organized for the Huskies. They really have come out and done a nice job of being able to switch fields, some touch passing, one touch, and they look like a different team.
Jones approaches here, gets a good leg, makes it near the arc of the 18. It rolls down to the side, of race to this ball ensues, saving it. Huskies in that corner. The defense, they try to chip it out ahead, and good play. It'll be a corner opportunity now for Andover.
Yeah, Peyton McKnight right now, there's a weakness on that side, and Peyton McKnight is exploiting it. That's the third run that she's had and been able to create an opportunity for the Huskies.
I think that's Kowalczyk in that corner. She'll approach it here. Again, a critical corner kick against Champlin Park just 2 days ago. This one's redirected back out. Now from the edge of the 18, gloves it, sees it all the way. Snyder makes the save.
Yeah, good sure hands, good positioning.
The sophomore lifts this one to midfield. On the punt, Jones has it. Reverses it back down. Ella Fields has it pickpocketed. A run now. Stedden coming back. Near side. She makes a push, puts it out in front of the 6. Dangerous opportunity. But able to shield it and coming away with that ball was Law. But I'll tell you, Blaine had somebody running along with her, and I thought she was going to get that tip.
Yeah, that was Sonny Luciano. That was just trolling outside the 6.
Beautiful setup that time on the cross by Addie Stadden. Outside mid, showing those skills. She and Schmidt. This one going upstairs off the post. Rebound, block, save, another block. And finally, it leaks through on the rebound. All started by a rocket launch of a shot from way beyond the 18. Snyder made the initial rebounds, and finally, that ball just slowly rolls past that goal line, and Andover has their first goal.
And I think that was Euchre down low. It was Euchre right there. Schneider jumps for it, blocked, and able to just get it past. Good tenacity by a Euchre to be on the spot.
Boy, and she was able to just get something, a toe, a shoestring on that ball to get it loose. Euchre comes up with her 4th goal of the season. Great effort. The initial shot that really got things going was the blast from way out. Throwback here, that comes with about 32 minutes left here in this second half rather.
Well, the Huskies have come out and have really flipped the field, from that. And I know that possibly wind is part of that, but but anyway, the defensively, they're able to move the ball better this half.
This will be a throw in. Let's get another look. And here's where it all started. Dobrats.
Yep, it's Dobrats.
Blisters one from just inside the 30.
Oh, Schneider made the save. I thought that hit the crossbar. Schneider made the save, went up and hit the crossbar. So good initial save.
Good camera work. Appreciate that replay. So Dobrats will pick up an assist on that goal. Assist number 3 for Addie Dobrats. 6 points on the season. That's goal number 4. As Euchre takes the team lead now with 4 goals and has the 1 assist. Andover up 1-0 with approaching the 30-minute mark here in the second half. Just came at it, and you got to just, if you have that wind at your back, which I think they do, it's tough to read. But that was a laser by Dobrats. And even if they make the save or it's just on goal, you got to force them to make it. Now they're putting on some good is the outside mid Stadden. Addie Stadden doing a great job, and she's just earned Blaine a corner kick opportunity from her extra effort.
Yeah, you can see by the wind on the flags, they're not moving at field level, but the American flag is going right to left.
Crosby getting ready to take this corner kick. Motion, set, coming around to 6, blistering this one, no one on the backside. As that ball zips through the 6 and finds its way out of play. Did they give that throw in? Can't see it on that far side here.
Yeah, it's Andover throw in.
Throw in there, Huskies. Throw it down the line, see if they can get a couple of consistent throw downs. There's another out of play, knocked there. So a throw in awarded again for Andover. Pick it up on the run here, and now it's thwarted back into the direction of Law in goal. You can tell they're waiting to make a through ball here. They keep kind of toying with it, looking at it from different angles, but so far Andover's been able to diffuse any solid, good opportunities, with the exception of the one that rolled out at the 6 and Law made the save. Couple of headers exchanged. Tried to settle this ball and trap out of play off, I believe, the shoestring there of Addie Stadden. So the Huskies awarded the ball here on the throw-in.
Kind of feel the momentum switching back over to Blaine right now.
Working through and now down the line and play.
Yeah, another throw in.
As we rock, Jim and I kind of rehashing last year's run there as Edina took that state championship crown. Wayzata took the state championship for the boys as they beat Maple Grove in that championship. One team we haven't talked about yet is Maple Grove. And, of course, Maple Grove still one of the highest ranked teams here in the Northwest Suburban Conference in the state. And 3A representing that.
That'll be this will be the last year of that.
Correct. And so they head to the Lake Conference. Also representing Northwest Suburban Conference in that top 10, Spring Lake Park having themselves an impressive year. They have a 5-0-3 mark. As Tracy Grease said, Coach Grease, it's a little different as you look at standings and conferences this year than what you've seen in the past. And the one thing that will be in the past as Maple Grove
Yes.
in the Northwest Suburban Conference. So I'm sure they'll bring plenty of excitement to the Lake Conference. This, a free kick at the 30 by Blaine, blocked before it gets anywhere near the 18, lifted up on a bounce. Now Karam set back and now over the top, sending it back in down the line.
Well, you think about the hockey excellence of Maple Grove and how that's going to add to really a terrific conference hockey-wise in the Lake Conference.
Andover will get this here. Now move it up. They try to control over and on that far side, has a defender on her hip pocket. Getting first Blaine and knocked out of play by Andover, and a goal kick awarded to Snyder and the Bengals.
You know, looking over the Spring Lake Park key victories, they do have a tie. They have not beat anyone in the top 10, but they did tie Maple Grove a couple weeks ago. So there is some validity to them being the number 10th ranked team in 3A.
Yeah, that's the next opponent coming up for Blaine is Spring Lake Park. That's on Saturday. Take place. And meanwhile for Andover, they take on Spring Lake Park on Tuesday, the 24th. So you get a chance to see them front and center. Substitution for Blaine. Turning back in, number 12, Stadola. Jenna Stadola. Lightning has certainly subsided, Jim.
It has. Wind has subsided, and now we just have soccer.
Shortly after that sun sets and that wind diminishes. Getting ready here for a throw.
Equipment issue out on there, and the only equipment would really be shoes.
And Ellie Fields now ready to throw this in. A header, this one deflected. And we'll get a version 2 of the throw-in. Quick substitution in here is Paige McKnight. Getting a rest is Ava Sear. Started tonight's game and also here in the second half. Did Sear, she'll get a breather. Pinching in. A quick pass down low. That's going to find its way out of play. Hits the post in the corner, and the flag still in play. Love that strategy. Love that hustle.
And we'll go to a goal kick.
Peyton McKnight trying to work it. Maybe I can get a corner kick out of this for our team yet. Good mindset, good effort, but it will be a goal kick here for Snyder and the Bengals, the sophomore. Trapped on the goal kick, now to the far ball, now dismissed and sent out by Blaine. It'll be a throw-in.
So Huskies, again, have another chance to make something happen down here.
Senior night here for the Huskies.
Oh, nice move by Fields.
Beautiful move, picked up, now sent back. Covering behind Overham. Overham tries to work this one down. A battle's there at the line. Kowalczyk. And she'll do the honors on the throw-in. 22 minutes remaining here in this match. It's still a 1-0 lead here for the Huskies. Huskies trying to improve that record and get back to 500 at 4-4-2 if they can collect the win. Here's a good shot coming in, streaking across. Wow, what an effort. And
that's Dobratz again.
Just coming out of nowhere, flying in and trying to put a header. Set up here nicely. Got to the tip of the 6 that time, but just wide. But what an effort. Now it gets some space. Now moving in. Left foot kick. Smothered, saved, deflected. Corner kick coming for Andover. What a burst coming out of nowhere that time by Peyton McKnight.
Wow, what a great save by Schneider. Schneider held back, and then when McKnight pushed it ahead just a little bit, then she comes out and continues to cut down the angle and acts big and squares up against that. Nice play by the goalkeeper from Blaine.
She got that burst. I'll tell you, it didn't take long at all for Peyton McKnight to get some speed going. That was a burst. First couple of steps.
Yep.
It was like a dog chasing me. From the corner, this one's lifted. Beautiful shot, beautiful position. Goal on the corner by the Huskies.
I think that's Mac Jones.
Beautiful set. That's what you call putting it on the table. Are they?
Kowalczyk took the kick. At least I believe she did.
That was such a well-struck ball. And they wave it off.
Oh, it was Euchre there, offsides. I can't be offsides.
Got it off them.
It couldn't be offsides.
See, it was set.
Huh.
Looking to see if there was any interference of what was, but nonetheless waved off. But the one thing, that was a beautiful corner kick. You know, there's like 3 or 4 different corner kicks, far post. You can go for the arc, and holding on to her nose for quite a while here. Finally coming
Mac Jones has got to let him know she's. Now let's take another look at that called off goal.
I'm just thinking they may have had some interference with Mac Jones underneath.
Yeah,
as she may have guided or not allowed the keeper, but we'll keep an eye, see if we get an update on what that call was. And as a result, Mac Jones was kind of holding her nose coming off.
She might have got an elbow to the nose. And
Law comes off the field.
Yeah. We'll have a substitute come in. Was there a yellow card given to Law? Is that why she came? She might have had to come out because she held the ball.
Yep, and that piece, so yellow issued. So now between the pipes, Logan Miller for Andover, the freshman. Some interesting calls, rarely called on a couple of these, and now Law will head back between the pipes. It's just like a regular goaltending shift in hockey. And keepers exchanged, and Miller got enough just to get stretched out. The freshman heads back to the bench. So under 20 to play. Bottom line right now, under 20 to play. Andover remains with a 1-0 lead. Had a chance to double it up on that corner.
That might be the difference in a letter, Joe. I mean, just get a couple of appearances in and you get a letter.
That's right. Moving it down far side, left foot kick. Just cannot connect with a teammate. Coming in with some vengeance. Time was Addie Stadden, the junior. Right now you're still seeing Blaine in that 4-2-3-1 approach. Coach Errol Smith had thought, hey, maybe we might be switching some of those. Our Zachman, we may adjust and modify that as the game goes on. They continue to try to get some pressure up top and on the speed. This will be a goal kick for Law. Sends it back out. And on the corner, outlet pass there, cannot connect. Throw in, just a goal away from tying this thing up. Haley Hughes on that throw in. It goes a little farther down the line. Stadden will do this, or she will throw it. I thought she was going to try to get position around the 18. Stadden throws it in, a header. Rejected. I was watching the bounce because I thought for sure it might be going behind the flag. It is not.
Well, the energy is kind of zapped out of the Huskies after the goal was waved off. And Blaine is trying to capitalize on it.
Stadden sends it out in front, near the front. Deflected nicely by the defense. And that back line, a left foot kick there that time. Chipped ahead, but out of play. Quickly throwing, trying to really set the tempo quickly. Hughes. A little collision at the 25. Now far side, pitching it ahead. Really shifting the field on that kick down. Snyder quickly tries to direct it out to the back line. And now Hughes on that far side. Scanning the field, sends it across, reverses. Stadden has it in her possession. She's going to try to perch a little through ball. A nice little short hop, but defensively handled well there by Grant. A throw, and they will work this in as a throw-in awarded back to Blaine. And again, that's Addie Stadden. Throws it down the line, jumping in front. Dismantle that. Here's the throw and the through. That was Fields who stepped in front of that. Now near side. Shot here, blocked. And deflected and out of play. Throw it. Coming away here for Andover.
Yeah, Euchre really made that happen. She was able to make a run, get past a couple of Bengal defenders, and get the possession down low.
Peyton McKnight chips it just inside the 18. Andover reclaims possession. A couple of tip passes now to the far side. Drop far back behind. Just under 16 to play here in the second half. It remains a 1-0 lead here for Andover. Getting the separation, enough to get the shot off into 6, waiting for a couple of Huskies were coming surging through that 18 near the 6. But a nice defensive play by Blaine to send it back up the field. One pass beyond, a race. There's Stadden. Stadden sets the Jets, puts the pressure, and the Huskies escort that ball out of play.
Schrader for the Huskies. Nice hustle.
Yes, very much. Kicking it back out, deflected. And now a throw in once again.
Stadden's been busy. Definitely looked her way in the second half.
Yep, you can tell she wants to just bust it loose, get some spacing. Throwing is just dropped right in front, and then a miscue on the kick. Left foot kick, trying to move it down the line. And this will give Blaine a good view on this throw-in. Bounce pass across. I think they were hoping that they got the corner. They did not. Goal kick awarded here to Law, and in now for Andover is Walks.
Well, the Huskies, Jones still on the bench right now, had been working with the trainer, trying to get that nose to stop.
Race back to the corner here. I mentioned Macy Wax in now. Wax, a freshman and a midfielder. Number 6. Under 14, trying to control, getting it, darting it up near the 40, pinching up. You could see that pressure on that back line starting to move up here for Blaine. And Andover, some turnovers on some errant passes. A quick throw-in.
Yeah, there are ticks on the clock that are starting to, Blaine will start to have to get a little bit more desperation.
Kate Ryle on that throw-in. There was a chance up through the 6, trying to get back to the ball and strike that ball back in the open area, but it's guided outside, out of play. Throw in, though, awarded back. And there you go, Jim. There's some of that mojo coming alive quickly.
Yeah.
Look at this cross attempt. It was deflected.
Yeah.
And wow, a good opportunity, but fortunately more of the Huskies there versus the Blaine. Blaine was still a little bit out of reach. There's a short hop, good hands. Flashing some of that leather is Law.
Move some things around. That was Trista Crosby with the cross on for the Bengals.
And then, yeah, she's doing a great job with the cross and those corner kicks as well. Again, she had that hat trick against Coon Rapids her last time out. It was a 7-1 win for Coon Rapids, or for Blaine over Coon Rapids on Tuesday. Blaine, a team, been able to stack a couple of wins. They lost their first 3 games of the season to Eden Prairie, Maple Grove, and Rogers, then collected 2 in a row versus Anoka and Elk River. Then they dropped their last 2 games to Osseo and Mounds View and picked up the win last Tuesday against Coon Rapids. Exchanging headers just beyond midfield.
Well, these games are almost doubly important, as you know, not only the conference games, but the sectional play. You know, the sectional part is so important.
Trafford trying to change, so Andover will have this. You mentioned it early, though, as well, Jim, that Andover still undefeated in conference play. They're at 3-0-2, currently with 11 points. Maple Grove leads the Northwest Suburban Conference with a 4-0-1 mark and 13 points, followed by Spring Lake Park with 12. Blaine currently 3-3 with 9 points. Toss on the far side, trying to dribble to a good avenue, and awarded another throw in. Blaine just trying to play downhill enough where they can get a couple of good looks. Just under 11 to play, second half. Blaine mixing it up a bit, some exchanges. A little weave on that far side, pinching in.
See, the Huskies are definitely back in. Oh,
she's way out, was Law on that.
Definitely in a shell. You can see all the Huskies are back trying to help on defense. A lot of little Gimpy getting up.
That's a long ways from home when you make that run out that far to the corner. And you got to be sure you come up with it or at least jam it up so you can get some help. And Law did that. Now launching. A ball down low. It'll be kicked back to Snyder. Snyder reciprocates it back upfield near midfield. We're over him. Settles the ball. A through ball to the far side. Good speed, but enough. Not enough, as it's called. Out of bounds on the Huskies, but some good speed, good lead. And now some substitutions back in.
Well, Fields comes out, and Jones is back in for the Huskies. Under 10 now.
At the 18, trying to get that extra goal. Huskies continuing to battle. After tonight, keep in mind, Andover just 5 matches remaining in the season. They have the dubious honor of taking on Maple Grove on Saturday at Maple Grove.
That'll be a great one. Good chance to see where you're at as a team.
Good measurement level here in Remal. As we mentioned before, Maple Grove, they come in ranked number 8 in Class 3A. Settling it, now moving it. A through attempt, but it's so quick. The season, 4 games, and after Saturday's matchup against Maple Grove, the season ends on October 3rd, the regular season. At Anoka, chance here, over the top, left foot kick. Oh, a golden opportunity, just a little too far north. They worked it, got the pressure, got the spacing, pulled the trigger, and hit the football post crossbar.
Well, that was Dobratz again. She's been up in that center position. She has really done a nice job of trying to finish.
Euchre getting ready to come back in. Stadden gets a deflection here on the through ball attempt and trying to get him back. That time was number 19, Crosby. Crosby trying to get the team cheering, moving here as we're at 7.5 minutes left here in this second half. Andover holding on to that 1-0 lead. Had one waved off on a corner kick goal here in the second half as well. Quick throw in once again. Trying to find a space. Has the space. Got the bounce. The bounce. Oh, no. Did they call? No, they said she got it. Nope, they're going to call it corner.
Huh.
That was so close. Centimeters, maybe. But when she went down, I believe, to secure the ball, I think that's where they said she was out of play. So we now will get a corner kick opportunity, and I believe some substitutions coming in real quick.
Yeah, Ellie Fields back in along with Euchre.
Stover comes in for Blaine.
Wachek will take a break for the last couple of minutes, and then I'm sure we'll see her back out there.
Approaching is Crosby. Crosby puts it right up perfect just outside the 6. Deflected ball finds its way slithering through to the outside beyond the goal line, and it'll be a goal kick, and the Huskies escape. Six minutes remaining. Andover this season have been outscored in the second half 19-7. 12-21 in terms of goals. They've scored 12 and the opponent's 21 versus Andover. So this would be huge. So they're holding. They're waiting to see. Right now there's a push coming on here again. Stadden on the throw-in. Some opportunities. 5.5 to play. At the elbow right now of the 18. Deflects. Big shot coming up. Rolls wide and deflected. Now moved beyond the out of play, throw in once again. This will be Stadden. Stadden gets it to the corner of the 18. Bracketed there defensively, just trying to power it upfield. Kick that goes right to the midsection of one of the Blaine players, and she lofts it high in the air. 2 hops, this controlled now by Law. Law secures it as we're under 5 to play. Sends a punt high in the air just beyond the 40. This an attempt to settle, set back in, and with a lofting shot to the far side of the field. Andover will get there first, allow them to be nudged, and force the ball beyond the goal line, and the goal kick. Now for Law.
That was a nudge. That certainly was a nudge.
That was, I'm really late. I'm at Chipotle. I need to get there before I hurry. I'm just going to nudge my way through.
Yeah, do you mind if I step in front of you?
A header, nice play. Moves it just near midfield, racing to get that ball. Unable to do so was Wax.
So Kowacek back in.
Wax will take a seat, and now Fields gets ready for the throw-in. Fields down the line, and a little nudging again. Blaine quickly takes the ball and throws this in. Pass finds its way to and on the foot of Blaine. Blaine sends it down the line. Stadden. And it's actually Stadden with an unforced turnover that time. Will be a throw in for Andover. I really thought Andover had tipped it out of play. header again on that inbounds pass by Stadden, and the throw-in awarded for Andover. Throw in, cannot. They try to move it down the line, get the deflection to hold the possession, unable. And Blaine has it. A left foot kick down to about the 20. Under 3 to play. Still a 1-0 lead here for Andover. Turning, firing, getting some space, and she says, go chase. Go run, coming way out. Snyder, a little hesitant, catches it on a mid-hop, but just tries to nudge it over the top of that front line for Andover.
You saw the Huskies bearing down. And absolutely time to do anything you can to get rid of it.
They were so happy to get that over the line of the defense of Blaine. You could see those forwards getting out there and trying to race down that ball. Deflect, miscue, overrun. Andover wants some late pressure. They want it on that end of the field with just under 2 to play. Snyder picks it up. He'll need to quickly release that. Sent high in the air, and a deflection now on the foot of Dobritz. Dobritz has it, kicks it down through. And that will go the way back to a goal kick, just missing, hitting that flag. 90 seconds left. Here we go. Blaine has to get it back up the field, work it.
Well, yeah.
The side of the 50.
Those quick movements by Blaine, they're going to have to really start pushing the momentum up. You can see the mids and the D move up.
Moving it back down on this throw-in. Now a quick spin cycle move. Gets by the Blaine player and onto the foot of Andover. They clear it back on the other side of midfield. Blaine sends it back to Snyder. Snyder sends a kick back up to midfield. Huskies were the first one to that ball, so they carry it back down low. Less than a minute to play. Huskies D'ing up. More pressure. Here's a chance along this near side, and it deflects. It'll be a throw-in. Stadden will do the honors. 35 seconds left. Down to the line. Collision ensues inside the 20. Looking for that potential penalty kick opportunity. But not to be had. There you can see the turn. A good no call. Good no call. 22 seconds remains. And are they checking an injury? They're shaking it off. I think they are.
Abigail Knight with that chance now goes out down to 15 seconds.
Yep, Grant has played well again, consistently back on that line. Throw in, 10 seconds left to the line. Now it goes to the corner, and they pitch it beyond the line. 4 seconds left, last throw in here, as Blaine will try to get a shot on. They cannot, and Andover on senior night collects a shutout. A 1-0 win, the shutout for Law and for the Huskies over Blaine. And Andover now moves to 4-4-2 on the season. And that goal was a big gap. The second goal they had was waved off, but Blaine, a good effort. Some injuries happening there, but a nice win for Andover.
Yeah, and Euchre with the timely goal off the Dobratz cross. It just about went in. Big sectional win, so they will move, continue to press Duluth East for that #1 seed. Of course, it's a coach vote. Andover now with at least a leg up on the Blaine team.
Hey, and Andover, as you mentioned earlier, they also remain without a loss. They go to 4-0-2 in Northwest Suburban Conference. Take this win, this momentum, and they take it to Maple Grove coming up this weekend. That should be a gamer.
Oh, that'll be an excellent game. Probably big implications on who's going to win Northwest Suburban
Blaine,
Conference.
meanwhile, they moved to 3 and 6, and they play host to a tough Spring Lake Park team, also in the top 10 in Class 3A. Hey, a win tonight, 1-0 for Andover. Congratulations. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Also, thanks for the crew. A great job in the truck and all the cameras all around. It's a winner tonight for the Huskies, 1-0 over Blaine. I'm Joe Rulin, along with Jim Childs. Have yourself an upper 90 night at a lower 90 price.
I like that.